What's up? What's up?
Hey there. Shout out to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day right there in the middle. Let's get into it. How you feeling, Desert? How's your day going?
Oh, it was all right. It was all right. It was a slow day. But, other than that, how about you?
Everybody's getting sick. I'm getting sick. My wife keeps yelling at me about being sick. I think our guest's a little sick. And so I ran away here in a minute ago because I'm making tea, right? That's the only thing you can do.
I thought I was getting sick yesterday, but after we got off the stream, I realized it was probably just the muscle relaxer. making me feel like shit.
Definitely help.
Yeah.
But so what else? What else have you had going on this week? Anything new and exciting, or anything that caught your eye? I saw one of the posts you tagged me
in. What post was that?
That is a
Go
good
back.
question.
Oh yeah. So the Fed's going to be more cautious in 2025. They're worried that Daddy Trump is going to make inflation go through the roof with all his tariffs and all his crazy policies. That crazy guy naming the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America.
I mean, it kind of is, and then we're talking about getting Greenland to be part of the United States. Yeah. Like, let's freaking go. What is it?
We're gonna bring in Canada as the 51st state.
Well,
we're gonna make Wayne Gretzky the governor of it.
That sounds good.
And yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
What's up, Master Blaster? We haven't seen you in here for a while.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year's. Thank you for coming to hang out. So we got a special episode today. We're going to do, I think we should do the market update, and we'll have Aaron up here, but let's bring Aaron up.
Well, yeah, let's bring him up first.
And let's say hi. So everybody out there, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Give us a comment. Say hey, because that'll help us get more people in here. But
that's right. That's how it works.
So let's go ahead and get him up, and we'll start seeing what's going on. What is going on, Aaron?
Aaron, what's up?
Oh, now I can't hear you.
I'm muted. That's why.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm all right. Are you getting sick, I heard? Or is it just...
Yeah. It's just been like runny, stuffy stuff, and a lot of Vicks VapoRub, a lot of chamomile tea with lemon in it. It's been
nice.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I bought some tea. I'm okay. I'll probably crash after this. I have to check to see if there's anything I need to do before I go to sleep, but I'll crash again early. I told you guys before this I crashed yesterday at like 4. It was great.
Yeah,
but I feel like I didn't sleep. That's what it feels like. So it's awful.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Do you think it was from all the running around you've been doing, going all the way to Asia?
Well, in Japan, we were on like a tour bus, but so like it was like very textbook touristy things. And that was the third time I've been to Japan. And I knew I was going to have trouble eating. I have a soy allergy. It's like my worst allergy. And then I have celiac, and then I have the kidney disease. And so we just lowered my immune system. When I got back from Japan, I was in bed for 2 days in the Philippines before I got back here. And it's just been lingering. Like, you'll feel good and you're like, okay, I worked out yesterday. And then all of a sudden you just feel terrible. Like today I feel pretty bad. It's really weird. It's like a roller coaster. Somebody else that I work with has the same thing. And she was telling me today, she was like, yeah, today is a good day, but I can feel it coming. Like, I'm about to fall asleep. And I was like, yeah, no, I know what you're feeling. So I hope you don't have it, John. So fingers crossed.
I hope, but I think I'm too hyperactive to like stay down too much. Like,
yeah,
no. I don't know. I hope I don't have it. But so let's see. Lots of cool stuff going on in the market. We were talking about SUI earlier because there have been some just like killer moves that have gone on I guess, for us in some of the AI agent narrative stuff and things like that. And I think we want to talk about AI agents. But I feel like the first thing we should do is do the market update. So we look at the market, see what's pumping, what's going on. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely see how poor we all are from the past couple days, you know?
Yeah.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what's up. So we'll reset the room first, and then we'll go into talking about what's going on in the AI world. And yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So everybody hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell. And if you're on Twitter, hop over to YouTube and help us out over there. Come say hi on YouTube or on X. And we appreciate everybody. And we're going to go into market update, where we go over the market. And we're here bringing all of the new information to you live every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. How'd I do, Desert? Was that okay? I mean, I feel like yours is the same every single time, you know?
That was good.
All right, let's get into it.
Oh, that's not good. No, there we go. That'll work. All right. Let's get the freshest data here. Let's get a little reset. So we're coming in another 3% down today, coming in at $3.47 trillion. We do have a little bit more volume. We're back up to about 200 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 54.1 with Ethereum at 11.6. And apparently Ethereum transactions are free today. So take advantage. We got Bitcoin coming in at 94,817, down 2.3. We got Ethereum at 3338, down 1.7. XRP in the positive at 236, up 1.2. BNB back under 700 at 692, down 1.2. Solana back under 200 at 195, down 3.1. We got Doge coming in at 3384, down 3.7. Cardano at 93.92 with the biggest drop in the top 10 of 6.9%. And then Tron, Avalanche, SWI lost 13 and is now pumped back up today with its little recovery, still down 0.2% on the day. Biggest gainers today are going to be XDC Network, up 4.8%. I wonder what's going on there. That must be the Chinese. That's a Chinese company right there, or Chinese crypto. We got Mantra up 2.2%. Monero, Gate. I don't know. Gate. I don't think that's Gate. That's not Gate.io. Up 1.4. Caspa up 0.7. But that's really about it. And then a lot of red. Let's look at the biggest losers. Injective down 11%. We got Thorchain. You don't really see that in the biggest movers. Down 11.1. Movement down 9 point. Tokenized exchange down 9.8. Dogwood Fat down 9. And it just keeps going. Nice and bloody today. A little bit of a recovery, but still nice and bloody. Let's take a look at the actual market.
What's up
we
there?
are getting a little dip since we went live. But let's go out to the 4 hour. Let me get rid of some of these indicators real quick. So we had several coins today, giving us a nice bounce off of the 786. And it looks like Bitcoin is starting to test it again on the 4 hour. But if we come down to the 3 hour, we do got the nice green dot on the momentum wave. We got VWAP coming back to the upside. Money flow is cut back down over the last 3 hours, but we got momentum getting clipped with the green dot. We had to go up and we had to come down right here to the 786 accumulation and then give us a nice bounce. And it appears right now we're struggling to maintain that. Asia must have woke up and chose violence instead of rich. We go down here to the 5 minute. Yeah, so we had made it back above the 200. We just lost the 200. And you guys see what we always talk about when it comes to the 200. We haven't been above the 200. When we lost the 200 back here on Monday, it was just a dump and we could never regain it. We tried to regain it earlier and we got above it and something just happened. I wonder if there's some manipulation. Let me see here. No yellow X's, so no manipulation, at least on the 5 minute. But as you can see, we dumped. This blue line is the 786 on the move, and we are falling through it. So that's not good, but the RSI is extremely oversold down here. So we can see this turn and go back up. If we look back to the past, right here, we got oversold. We got that nice pump along with, if you look at the confluence of the RSI being in the oversold with the green dot on the momentum, we had a nice little pump back to the upside. And you can kind of see anytime we're like in this oversold territory, we at least get a nice little relief rally. And it looks like it's doing just that on the 5 minute. We are not out of the woods when it comes to the entire market. We are still below the 200 on the 4 hour. And until we can reclaim this 200 MA right here, we are going to be in bearish territory. As you can see, momentum's coming down. It looks like it's getting ready to clip on the 4 hour though. Money flow is starting to go back to the upside a little bit with the VWAP going to the upside. If we put in a nice green candle in the next hour and 45 minutes, we could see the green dot and we could see it go back to the upside. Let's go down here to SWE. SWE's in the same situation. As you can see on the 4 hour, SWE's a little stronger though. SWE has a little more strength to it. But on the 4 hour, you can see the rollover, boom, beautiful bounce off the 786 with the pump up. And now we're above this SR level at 479. Hopefully we can maintain that. We were talking about this 2 nights ago when we lost the 507, when we were struggling right here and then we lost it. We dumped all the way. Then we fought with the 479. We lost that, dumped all the way. And now we're getting a beautiful bounce off the 786. We got the momentum to the upside, money flow to the upside, VWAP to the upside, RSI to the upside. Everything is looking good on SWE for now. Now, that doesn't mean that it's up only. Bitcoin dumps, everything's going to dump. We come down, and the difference between SWE and Bitcoin, as SWE has regained almost every 200 moving average across the time frames, except the 30 minute. I believe we are still under. So yeah, we're still under on the 30 minute, but the 15, we got above it. We're fighting with it, and we're starting to flag out right here. You can see us, boom, we're starting to flag out in this channel right here. Momentum is still coming down on the 15 minute, but money flow is curving back to the upside. VWAP's going to the upside, and it would be nice. We always talk about this, the arch of the money flow. Started way back here. We'll take it right from here. You can see that is a beautiful arch to the upside. Now we just need to see it get it back above that 0 line into the green, get this momentum to flip, get your VWAP back over the 0 line. And I think we'll be good to go on that. And if we come down here to Cardano, Cardano is the same situation. Come back up here to the 4 hour. Once again, oops. So same thing with Cardano. We had the pump up, we had a drop, we had some right here at about 102. We lost it. Boom, right here to the 786 with the bounce. Cardano has not regained the 4 hour 200 MA. So we are still bearish until we can at least regain that. I would like to see us get back above $1.02 or the 0.382 right here on the fib retracement before I would say we're out of the woods. But everything is trending up. It's looking better. See, we're still under on the 15-minute. We did reclaim the 7 earlier, I thought, or maybe I was looking at the 5. So we bounced our head off of the 5, it looks like. So, and we've lost the 21 and the 50. We're trying to recover right now. Looks like the momentum is trying to clip. RSI turned to the upside, still below the median line and the 14 moving average though. So you definitely want to wait. Remember, everything below the 50 line, this is all bearish activity right here. When we get above it and we start bouncing around, that's all bullish activity. And you can tell, you know, boom, boom. We try to lose it. We get back above it. Boom, we're up. But once we lose it, kind of like with the moving averages, we get stuck down here in the bearish territory. So I don't think we're out of the woods, but I am cautiously optimistic about the market right now. I mean, that could have been the bottom. We'll see. I mean, we were starting to recover earlier, and then the FOMC minutes came out. People freaked out, and it just kept going down. But we can only go down for so long. We are still in a bull run, people. So that is your market update, and there we are. Any questions?
What are you buying?
Excellent.
What am I buying?
Yeah.
I put money into SWE. Well, I rotated out of some of the AI coins, and put money back into SWE. As far as like buying, nothing right now. Our DCA is on Friday, and I have to look at our portfolio and see where it's at. Nice. You know, see what we're in the negative. But I think talk about my bags. Okay. All right.
You gotta throw fat there, I'm sure. Oh,
our good community member and friend Daniel threw this out to us earlier today in Discord. If we can get tap tools, there we go. Okay, so and this is Talos. So Talos is going to be brought to you by Flux Point Studios. It is what they are calling their AI agent. Let's go to so battle. No. Okay, our first AI agent, Talos, was born. He has his own token, Talos. You know, so it's brought to you by Flux Point. 17.7 thousand followers. They are a D rep apparently. So it's a competitive gaming and AI solution. So Daniel gave this to us in Discord earlier, and I want to say, well, actually, here we threw a little bit of money into it. So let's see. So I exited some right there. Where was my entry? Oh, my entry must no.
Oh, sheesh.
So the entry was right here. This is when he gave it to us in Discord, to everybody in Discord. We just threw 51 ADA in it just a little bit to test the waters. Boom, it ran up. I've already cashed out 56 ADA, which was only about half of the bag. And you can see we still have about 75 ADA worth in this wallet right here. So could be big. You never know.
Excellent call. Shout out to Daniel.
Definitely an excellent call. If you guys aren't paying attention to the DGen trades in our Discord, Daniel's killing it. You know, he always knows what's going on in Cardano and everything like that. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to Jaleesa.
What's up, Jaleesa?
Yeah, there've been definitely been some cooks in there. So
yeah.
You know. So since we're talking about that, what do you think about the whole AI narrative, Aaron? Since
the one that's currently on its hype cycle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just stuff that people were doing. We just coined a term for it. It reminds me of DPIN. You guys remember when DPIN was the word of the day?
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, that's all this is. It's just we go through these loops. Like everything that's being done was already being done. We just now have a term for it. So I think the AI coins and tokens are, a lot of them are just trying to capture this hype cycle. So I don't see a lot of them being around for a while. The one thing that I always tell people to look at is I don't see a lot of these making money as a sustainable business outside of their hype cycle. So
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have any AI agents you guys are buying into, like overtly, like ones like that you super believe in. I know Cerebro's popping off, and some of the stuff that they're doing is actually pretty cool. And then there's obviously AI 16Z. So
Yeah,
which
seen
we
that.
saw. Yeah. And then there's virtuals, which I don't know if I think he mentioned it publicly, but Machinist, I think, has a bunch of virtuals. So, and they're crushing right now. So they're in they were the first thing on Apple, first crypto thing on Apple Vision Pro or whatever. And now they're in Oculus. They're coming out on Oculus. So something like that. Yeah. So those, yes, that has a real long-term use case where it's going to be part of this ecosystem that already has traction. That's cool. So I like some of those.
Well, hold on though. So those are different though, right? Because those are launch pads, correct?
Virtuals is a protocol, I think. I don't know enough about it. So I'm not even going to pretend that I do.
I have an article actually specifically about virtuals, ironically. But I was a big fan of, and I thought that Illuvium was going to be a big winner in the crypto gaming space.
Everybody
and I mean,
did, yeah.
I felt, yeah, you said everybody did. So it might come back, right? It might not. I think that all gaming kind of is going to be contingent on one breakout. I think once one game breaks out, I think all of gaming is
off the grid. Off the grid broke out.
Yep. Yes, it did.
Off the grid definitely broke out.
That's
the entire ecosystem. All of the biggest Twitch streamers were streaming it. My professional gaming friends all played it. It broke out. Okay. Interestingly enough, no other games followed. That was weird.
Shrapnel was the biggest one for a while, and then off the grid just put it to shame.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know if I was hallucinating, but I saw this clip that somebody put out about Ascent Rivals, and there might be an FPS, just the first person shooter type experience being built there too, not just the racing, which if that's true, I'm excited.
And there's already shooting in the game.
Yeah, but it's racing shooting. But I think that there might be first person outside of your vehicle.
Interesting.
You jump out of your speeder and go fight and then get back in.
Perhaps. I don't know.
That would be cool.
I saw somebody showing something about it, and it looked like that, and I was like, maybe they've been cooking and we didn't know. Because I think that every real well thought out game in Web3, you have to do something small well, and then you can expand to other things.
The problem is capturing that audience while you do it small. I think I've used this example with you guys, but Pirate Nation did such a good job of that, where they captured their audience. They were a really small team. They did what they wanted to do really well, and they built on it, and now they have this wildly successful token and ecosystem. And it's not that in-depth of a game. So it's not overwhelming when you get on. You're I want to drive around a ship. You can just do that. And it's this little pixel game. So I think they did a good job. I think Illuvium failed because it went too wide. There were 3 games that were part of Illuvium, and it was just confusing. I played Illuvium when it launched to the base game or whatever, the real big game. It was okay, but it was a lot of empty space, right? And we're in the goldfish era where we have to be, something has to be on our screen at all times, right? Where it's you're on TikTok and you've got the guy crushing sand on the bottom, and then you have the auto-generated text with AI talking on the top. So I think that games are going to struggle. AI agents makes sense, but I think it's going to be the exact same thing I've said about blockchains, where they're all going to be super specialized and they'll all eventually go towards one central blockchain or central AI agent. So right now we're seeing a lot of that specialization, and then one will continue to push the barrier and it'll do more and more and more, like blockchain super apps, right? Chroma just released Crockett, which is a blockchain super app. I don't know what those are. So
maybe, because I don't even know what an AI agent is. I just know it's the ticker, it's the hype. We can make money off it. Boom, let's go. So maybe you can explain what an AI agent is. It like a personal autonomous AI or what is it?
I think I don't know. So when people label AI agents, I think they're just, our token does something with AI, it's an AI agent. Like, I think if like anybody has something involved with AI and they want to launch a token, they're like, okay, I've got an AI agent. I'm like, look at all of these things. They all do different things. I'm like, while we've been chatting, I've been looking at AI agents. I don't know if it's like, all it has to do is just be performing a task for you, right? Like, it just has to do something for you. So like a trading bot is an AI agent in theory. Like, I don't understand why that wouldn't be. So I guess the difference is like they want to call it an AI agent, so it's not a chat bot. People don't mix it up with chat bots, but it's just AI acting and doing something, and you can make money off of it. So I don't know. It feels like automation on blockchain with things like vaults and liquidity farming are the same thing, but they just don't have an AI agent doing it. So I don't know. Just another hype cycle is what it sounds like.
So basically, anything that has AI has to do with AI. They just throw agent at the end of it, and
here's the Google definition: is a software program or physical entity that can perform tasks, make decisions, and interact with environments to achieve goals.
Oh, there you go.
So basically, like some of the AI agents where they have their own Twitter. Right, there's the one on I can't remember what it's called now that I'm trying to think of it. But
Godius Maximus.
No, but that was one of them.
That was the one, right? That was like an AI,
like
an AI marketed and pumped freaking coin, right?
Godius Maximus.
Goat was the token.
A lot of them just do trading, right? Like, and you get a dividend. Is that how it works?
No, it'll sometimes just be like a bot that spawns and does stuff like on Twitter or social media.
I think that was like the first one made the headlines. They made a coin, and then the AI just promoted the shit out of it, and it blew up just massively. It was like all through marketing and like a Twitter bot, I guess, right?
Yeah. So it's just AI. They just throw agent on it and they release a token. I don't know how it ties back to the token. I don't understand why it's beneficial for token holders, but I've not really ever understood most tokens and how they're beneficial for token owners. So speculation, I guess. So unless I see clear, like, hey, it's gonna, like, look at the virtuals payout. So I think they actually have a clear tokenomics where you get not a dividend for their non-security. So you get a dividend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just by holding, by holding and staking?
Yeah, I think you can lock it up. I could be wrong, but you lock up virtual token and then you can lock it up for like 10 years. I think this is virtuals. I think I'm talking about the right thing. And you earn a return on that based on how well they're doing with the other tokens that are released. Because virtuals is a launch pad, like you said, right? So a lot of these tokens that are doing well are coming out on virtuals. So if you go and look at some of these bigger ones like AIBXT or whatever, that was launched by virtuals.
Okay. So AI16Z, that was launched by virtuals too?
I don't think that one was. Let me look. It'll say it when you go to it. It'll say buy virtual.
Right. Powered by.
Yeah. No. But that one, I know what that one is. That one's a VC powered by a DAO. So it's it's a VC DAO powered by AI agents. So
Right.
there's that one's kind of cool. But it just leverages like their decision making. They funnel it into the bot. Like that one actually is really interesting. So that one could have a real use case because they're operating it like a VC, so it should generate a return, right? Like they've DAOified VC. So that I like a lot. So thumbs up to that one.
So when it comes to virtuals, what you're describing right now, so the AI agents are the DAO members, or there is like a DAO, you can be a DAO member.
Virtuals is not a DAO as far as I know. The AI agents are the things that interact, and the token is part of the economy for that. Gotcha. Which I don't know how the tokens tie in to virtuals well enough to talk about it. Like for AI 16Z, there's AI agents that make decisions on investments. So they'll automate the investment process. And I don't know at what extent. They could just be saying yes or no, we invest, or they could be doing the entire thing. And you're just feeding like a pitch deck, and they're saying we want to put 1 million into this, and it'll automatically do it. And then in theory, the DAO should get a payout when the returns come in the same way a VC would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that one was also created. I'm looking into it now, but that one was also created by it doesn't not like a launch pad, kind of like a protocol. Right. So these are all being launched by a certain protocol. So some by virtuals. This one's Eliza OS. That's what AI 16Z was built on.
Right.
So they have you can launch your own investing AI agent bot. So they have it like as a launch pad, which is crazy.
Okay. That's the type of one that we launched or that we got into. So SUAI we got into. It's SUAI.fun. It's like a pump.fun kind of thing.
Yep.
But it's an AI agent launch pad, and it's been killing it. It's still only at a 45 million market cap right now.
Yeah.
But it's showing strength and hasn't rugged on us yet.
So, yeah. That's
always a good thing.
Right?
That's what success looks like.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I was in a DGen chat and somebody was like, I just got rugged for the 5th time today. And then somebody else was like, well, that's the whole thing. The point is you're supposed to get out before the rug, right?
Right.
Because there are a lot of those short-term time frame people that enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's going to be your exit liquidity. So,
right.
Somebody's going to get rugged.
That's the cold hard truth right there. For everything you sell, somebody's buying. And for everything you buy, it's because somebody's selling.
Yep. Yeah, so AI agents, the next hype cycle. We'll see how long this lasts. What do you guys think? How long will AI agents be this hype? What's the over-under? Is it 60 days?
You mean like the narrative in this part of the market?
Yes. Because the deep in narrative, it went deep in, then it went RWAs now, and then it went
memes.
It went back to meme coins. Yep, it went back to meme coins, and now we're in AI agents.
I don't know.
I think that the AI narrative in crypto is going to last at least to the end of the market, like this market cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that it is very much tied to the fascination in AI in TradFi, because like we read an article yesterday about Anthropic, the OpenAI competitor, that they're looking to raise at a 60 billion valuation now. You know, I may or may not have made a joke about Visionati needing to expect at least 5 billion. But what I'm saying is that, you know, I think that narrative isn't going to go away until that bubble pops. I think it's this is the version that anybody can get into, whereas not everybody can get into those other rounds, basically.
I agree with that on like AI in general, like FET, GRT, tokens like that are like AI centric, and stuff like that, and they're building, and you got Ben Gertzel with AGIX, building robots and all that stuff. AI agents, I think the liquidity will be gone before the end of the quarter.
I think that's fair.
I agree. I think a lot of these platforms are going to crash, and I think there'll be a couple that make it through the test of time. But I agree with you. So, what about meme coins? Are meme coins forever?
I think I'm banking that they're coming back because I hold a couple bags.
I think they're part of the cycle. So I think that we haven't seen enough evidence that they're not going to be part of the cycle, at least for the foreseeable future.
And I was going to say, I do think that meme coins as a cultural movement, or like capturing of a certain aspect of culture, I don't think that that's going to go away. Because there are some times where like even rational people that don't really invest in meme coins, they see something on the internet and it's so funny that they want to be a part of that, even if it's not like for just the return, right? Or like this is so ridiculous that this is happening at this time. Like, I mean, I feel like there are various moments in crypto history that are like that. Like when Justin Sun purchased a banana for like however many millions of dollars, and that was literally all it was, and then he ate it later. Like that was like a ridiculous part of history. And I'm sure that there are different kinds of meme related, NFT related captures of that moment. And I think that there are a bunch of things that are like that are pretty ridiculous. I mean, just like, I mean, I just instantly think of, I think there's so many things in crypto that are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think memes are definitely part of the cycle.
Yeah.
We seen earlier or mid last year when everything started to pump. So like Bitcoin started to pump, all-time high. Then meme coins took off, and then they kind of leveled out. Then L1s took off, RWAs took off like Ondo and stuff like that. And then now, I mean, WIF's down like 70% from its local high. So it's, it's going to have to more than 1x or more than 2x just to get back to where it was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Which I really hope it does, because
I think that those kinds of things are given, though. I think those kinds of things are given because the serious projects are always going to get the most attention and attract the most liquidity. So like the big stuff, sheesh, 6 point. I will bet you that it ends up being an over-the-counter sale. I mean, too many big entities want it. They're not going to
first, it's always OTC.
Yeah.
They don't go to Coinbase and hit the sell button on $6.5 billion. It's a OTC. And I think a lot of times when like the DOJ and when they sell, they do like an auction.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like an auction process. But here's the thing. It's like they're just trying to slap. I mean, Trump's only 12 days away from presidency. And I do believe the hype is real about a Bitcoin strategic reserve, just for the simple fact that he keeps freaking talking about it. And, he's already elected. He's already got the crypto vote. But him, RFK, Vivek is opening up some kind of bond, Bitcoin bond ETF, something, I don't know, with his company Strike. So if it's not sold by the time Trump takes office, they're probably going to put the kibosh on that. And even if they do, I don't think it'll be that big of a. We've seen sales like that come from the government several times, so I don't think it'll be that big a deal.
they also have a whole bunch of lack of coordination. So like the DOJ could sell it and the Treasury could buy it. So you know what I mean? It could just be like that.
Yeah, because the U.S. government may be one of the biggest holders of Bitcoin. It's not like the executive branch holds. It's like the DOJ holds some, the IRS holds some, the Treasury holds some, the whoever, all these different entities hold through seizure or this or that, or just straight taking it from people, whatever they do, you know.
You think Michael Saylor's going to go to that auction?
Yes.
He might. Did you hear so supposedly he's going to burn his keys when he dies?
That's what he says?
Yeah. I don't see now. I think people are conflating that with MicroStrategy.
Yeah.
That he can't do, to my knowledge. I mean, he may be the CEO or the owner of the company, but I don't think the board is going to let him burn the keys, you know, but his own personal, I believe, is what it means.
Interesting. So he managed. Interesting. So he'd lower the supply.
Right.
Good amount. I mean, I'm sure he has a lot personally.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, because you know he was buying well before MicroStrategy started buying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the rumor.
I always think back to that meme where it's like, I should have taken my life seriously and bought a house in the 2009 like housing crisis instead of being an idiot in 6th grade or whatever. Then that means, and then I kind of think about it whenever it comes like to like crypto and Bitcoin. It's like, dude, like Bitcoin was coming out in 2013, and it's like, what was everybody doing in 2013? It's like not thinking about Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not thinking about Bitcoin, and not worried about like all of the stuff that is the main reason why I think the majority of people have come here philosophically. Not because like in 2013, I wasn't that distrusting, I guess, of the government. I wasn't that like aware of the fact that the banking system is a is a scam. They're like they have $10 and they give that $10 out to people on computers. And then so as long as you don't all take out the $10 at the same time, you know, like it's fine. You know? And then like I don't know, crypto and everything else, I just think
I didn't even know what Bitcoin was until 2020.
Really? See, I knew about it.
Yeah. Well, I was on vacation for about 10 years.
Yeah.
So, but in I learned it. So watching Joe Rogan, he had Tim Pool on. So then I started watching Tim Pool. And when I was watching Tim Pool, I noticed he would have like a donation, you know, if you'd like to donate to the channel, Bitcoin and a bunch of random numbers, Ethereum and a bunch of random numbers. I'm like, what is this? What is this? He's just taking donations and some random crap. So then I Google Bitcoin and I find BitBoy on YouTube, and the rest is history. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We used to have a joke.
This right here. This is kind of a So Silk Road Bitcoin, it's kind of funny because Trump promised to pardon Ross Ulbricht on day one.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's a little, I mean, you already know the DOJ hates Trump. So is that like just a little more of a slap in the face? Or I think it might be more of, oh crap, we better get rid of this while we can before somebody steps in and just takes it out of our operating budget and puts it in some reserve somewhere.
No, I think that's exactly it. I'm excited for some of the crypto stuff he's going to do. To your point earlier, him still talking about it after he's already elected is awesome. So I can't wait.
And as long as because I still believe he don't know anything about it. He knows about money though. He does know about making money, but while he may not know the tech, or like when he did the little the little thing where he bought a burger at that place. You know, he don't have a personal wallet. He doesn't know anything about it. But as long as he's surrounded by Don Jr., which is big into crypto, Vivek, RFK, Cynthia Loomis, our vice president is one of the biggest holders of AVAX.
Yeah.
So, you know, he knows about crypto. Yeah, Trump's going to use it to buy Greenland. That would be awesome. We take Greenland and we just put a bunch of Bitcoin miners there. Imagine. I mean, it's already cold. You ain't got to worry about cooling the rigs. You know, you just.
Doesn't it also have like a bunch of volcanic activity and stuff? Like
that's Iceland.
Iceland?
Yeah, Iceland is very geothermic, but Greenland does have a grip of natural resources like gas and not gas, oil and like fossil fuels. It's very rich in fossil fuels, but it doesn't have volcanic activity to my knowledge. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a sheet of ice, Greenland is.
Let me see. So, yeah, the article that I had about virtuals was the Illuvium partners with them for powered gaming. Here's a question. Are you excited about AI in gaming, Aaron? Like, from the background you have in gaming and actually developing games and things like that, do you think that AI is going to change the way that whole experience of developing a game is in a way that is positive? Like, what do you see what is the biggest influence you think of AI in gaming going to come from?
That a person that knows nothing about code could develop their own game. That's the only thing that I see that will be good out the gate. Agents in AI as NPCs are going to make every game different, but we are so far away from that. There's some games that have come out and so far away, I guess, in crypto terms, because I think in the next couple of years, we'll see pretty good AI models that are making games fun with a little bit of a guardrail. There's a couple of games out that already let you do this. One of them I bought it. It was like $15. I can't remember the name of it, but you play as a vampire and you go and knock on people's doors. And you have to convince them to let you in. And every single one is a different type of AI. So it's pretty cool. So That's
kind of cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Cool little experiment. And then I've like been helping out a company that had crushed at a hackathon. They made an elevator game where you go either up or down floors, and the enemies are AI. And so each time it learns as you're going through the floors on the way you play and your play style, and adapts. So it's really subtle because it's very hard to build that at that scale that quickly. But over time, like, they could have something really, really cool. It's called Floored. You can get it on itch. So
okay. Speaking to that concept right there, what about AI being able to create an ever-expanding, what do they call them, MMORG? World of Warcraft.
MMO, RPG, yeah, an MMO.
Yeah, but like an ever-expanding playing field that there never is, because
like No Man's Sky.
I don't know anything about games, but I know that they have finite, you know what I mean? Like the map is whatever, 10 kilometers by 10 kilometers, and that's it. But what if the AI, you go outside that and it continues to build the world as you go, or maybe even a personalized world as you progress or something like that?
So this exists already. There's a game called No Man's Sky, and it came out 2016, and it was this incredible thing. And I think, isn't Star Citizen going to do this? Same
Probably.
Thing. But No Man's Sky flopped out the gate because it promised that. Like, it had an ever-expansive universe. It was procedurally generated is what those games are called. There's a couple games that do that, but theirs was supposed to break like the way we thought about it. Since then, they've actually made it a pretty good game, so they like recovered. The problem with the procedurally generated stuff is one, it's overwhelming, but two, you player base. So like you as an end user, I could fly as far as I wanted, and I may never see another player for a very, very long time. And how is that engaging gameplay? Right. So you run into the issue of scale. So there was a game, Star Wars Galaxies, came out, I think, in 2005. Super old game. It was an MMO, and the galaxy was really big. So the planets were huge. You could put a house anywhere on any of the planets. And like you could, even at its peak, you could run for in-game kilometers and you wouldn't see anybody. It wasn't procedurally generated or anything. It was just a really big game.
Right.
It was boring. They had to change the whole game. There was just too much to do. And so what I think that AI could refine is if they make it procedurally generated to a point based on scale. So it learns how much people are exploring and it adjusts based on that. So almost like a game master that's built in. And that starts by having NPCs in the game that are already making the game different for every player. That's, I think, the first step. Once we get that, then we can start to figure out how AI can optimize a game in real time.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
I think about that project. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was Future something. Futureverse, maybe it was even. Is that, and they raised from the same place that, can't remember which project it was.
Futureverse is the AI blockchain. I did a
Futureverse, yeah, that.
MinPass
But
did a thing with them. We did
that, yeah. So I was gonna say they have like something that they're working on where it's basically like any game they can use an AI, kind of like an AI gateway, where then you can transfer that asset from one game to another game with the other game rules, if that makes sense.
So they built the blockchain bridge.
I guess.
So if you have a skin in the one game, it's transferable to a different game.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a swappables pipeline. It's a bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Hey, there he is. We were just talking about him.
Yeah, what's up? We need you here on a Friday sometime soon. We miss you.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just on with him earlier. We did our first Devs and Degens, so you'll see that on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Check that out. Definitely gonna have to check that out. And everybody, if you're not following the Machinist or the Wenmint podcast, like there's a lot of alpha there. And I just want to remind everybody, we did very well. When Machinist came on, we downloaded a Radix wallet, which we didn't have prior. We got into Dan with $20, right? And then every other coin that was growing on that chain that was mentioned to us, we got a bag. And, we're up pretty significantly. But other people that are in that ecosystem that only learned about that ecosystem through the Machinist, like you guys are doing very well. And exploring blockchains is fun. I don't know. That's my moral of the story. Are you looking at yours right now, Desert, to see where we're at?
I was. The last time I looked at it was the last time he was here. I've done absolutely nothing with it. But that's good. It just sits there. It just sits there.
Are you staking your Dan?
I'm not staking my Dan.
Okay, so you should. Yeah. Full disclosure, I built their staking platform, but they just paid out like I'm the one who moved it. It was 500,000 or 200,000 XRD to stakers.
Wow.
I saw that. And I think I'm staking for, it was like 6 months, 9 months, whatever the lowest one was. I think that I'm staking for that period of time.
Nice.
But I diversified into a lot of the other smaller tokens in the ecosystem. So I was just happy that with $20, I was able to get over $150 worth of exposure into like all of the ecosystems and still have a fat bag of Dan.
That's awesome. Yeah. So
it's funny. So what Third Patriot just said about the DOJ, and then who was it? One of you guys said that Sailor will probably buy it. That's the same. I just got a notification in Lifer's Discord, and that he's like, probably FUD. Sailor will buy it all.
Yeah. He will. I hope.
I'm sure he will. Exchanges need it too. So
Right.
but I mean, we're getting here to the end. What is there any other stuff that has crossed your radar that you're into right now, Aaron, or that you've heard about that you think is big in this space?
Mostly DeFi stuff. I don't know if you guys are interested in that as much, but
we've started doing a little bit.
But real quick, I downloaded Futureverse. They have a launcher now. They have a Muhammad Ali game, so they worked with Muhammad Ali's estate where you can train an AI boxer as a coach. So that's kind of cool. That's what I'm saying. Cool. It's an NPC you're interacting with, so they're on the right track. They have an AI-driven racing manager game, and then they have a kingdom game. So I'm gonna play these. I'll let you know how they are. I am using Aerodrome to farm liquidity with CBTC. So that is my recommendation to you right now.
Aerodrome. Cool.
CBDC?
CBTC. Coinbase is Bitcoin. So they have Coinbase.
Oh, okay,
Bitcoin.
okay.
Yeah. And the returns were like, they're fluctuating, but it's been over 300% steady. So, which is stupid.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah. And it's CBTC. So even if it doesn't, if those returns start to get poor, I have Bitcoin. Ooh, how bad.
Right.
So, but that's been pretty cool. I just got an airdrop. I think I mentioned Kai to you guys like weeks and weeks ago.
Yep.
But they just wrapped up Epoch 1, and I got a good airdrop for interacting with their portal. It was very good. So
I got a Pungy Penguin airdrop for doing nothing.
How many you got? Did you get a good amount of Pengu?
At the time, it was like $115 worth.
That's awesome.
3,312. I didn't know anything about it. I was just in my Phantom wallet one day. I don't even know what I was doing, but the little tile came up. You're eligible for a Pudgy or Pengu, whatever. So I clicked on it, boom, boom, and it's like $112. I was like, holy shit.
That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, that's rad. That's always cool when you can get some of those. So airdrops have been good to me over the past year, and farming, the ones that I can legally claim in the US, thumbs up.
Right.
So, supposedly. But yeah, there's a ZK Ignite is one I'm looking into right now. So they're doing a big thing on ZK Sync era. So they have a chain-wide program, and those are the ones I typically look for because you're farming liquidity on a platform, you're getting points on a platform, and then you're getting an airdrop from a chain itself. So you're triple dipping, and that's the prime position. So ZK Ignite, I recommend. I haven't put any money in myself yet. It's on. I've got the tab open. I'll look at it tomorrow.
So like the only thing that I'm in and like the Empire's in is SWE. So we're farming or whatever. I don't know, farming, whatever. We're doing we added liquidity to Bluefin.
Oh, nice.
And then so we have so we're in the Bluefin SWE pool, and we are in the Cetus SWE pool. And then I think I staked our Send.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple, we zapped in some IAG on Cardano and some World Mobile Token.
Nice.
So that's about all we're in.
Yeah, that's good. I like Aptos and Sui right now as well as chains. Aptos is doing another thing as well. I think they have a big program. And Starknet actually has been good to me for lately. So.
Starknet.
Has so have you used the Starknet ecosystem?
Yeah.
Do you like it? What is that? What is the user experience like? Is it nice? Because I remember it was really hype, and then I stopped hearing anything about it. And then I think that they had a sale and some entity or somebody bought a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty good. I got an airdrop of like their Stark token because they had a summer into fall and winter activation like the chain did, which I said, like, those are the ones I typically look for. So I provide liquidity on the platforms they promote, and I get points from the chain. They launched their governance token, and it's one of the only ones I kept. Like, Scroll did their governance token, right? And I wasn't allowed to claim that airdrop in the States, but if I was able to, I would have sold it right away. So with ZK Sync Era, that one I did claim, and I actually am voting on so I like those chains. They have the same sort of feeling as like an Aptos or a Sui, where they know what they're doing and they have a clear identity, and they support their ecosystems pretty well. I don't know if Sui does that as much, but Sui's just kind of popping off because of usage. So
Right.
Starknet's good. It's been good to me. Transactions are fast, gas is cheap. The platforms have good returns. So
Something about SWE, there's supposed to be some kind of TGE event coming soon. There was a space,
Awesome.
and the guys were talking with one of the devs from Miston, and he was like, what do you got for us? What do you got for us? And he's like, TGE. And he's like, they're all like, well, what? He's all, that's all I can say is TGE. So
That'd be awesome.
that would be real. Maybe Miston Labs is coming out with a friggin', but that wouldn't make sense, right? If they came out with a token.
They're not like a star, right? Like the Sonium blockchain that's being built. It's built by the team that built the Astar blockchain. So they have 2 blockchains. So I don't think like Miston Labs has multiple blockchains, so it wouldn't make sense.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about it, right, John?
Yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote.
Huh?
That's all she wrote.
Tell everybody where they can find you, Aaron.
You can follow me on Twitter for me to retweet this, and then that's about it. But that's so Guy at Aaron. I think it's my thing. I don't tweet enough or at all. So if you really want to chat with me, just DM me on Twitter. So I take calls all the time. So if there's something you want to talk about or watch me make fun of, then happy to. So.
And if you guys need dev work, one of the best devs in the industry.
Thank you.
Crossed any chain. So
yeah, for sure. So
yeah. Well, that's
all
nice.
right. You want to take us out, John?
That's it. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And thank you all for joining us. We're going to start having Aaron on Wednesdays to talk about some tech stuff. So any tech questions and anything that's big happening outside of the Cardano ecosystem, right? Because Aaron is like everywhere else for the most
We can
part.
talk Cardano too. I'm happy to.
Well, I think the biggest thing right now has just been like governance and the governance going through.
Yep.
I think besides that, for the most part, like that's where the exciting stuff is at. Maybe we'll talk about some of the upgrades that are in the pipeline to come out soon, right?
Yeah.
And I just had an interview with the head of product at midnight, so that interview will be coming out sometime soon.
Oh, so maybe next week we can talk about
next Saturday.
Wednesday. No, next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'm saying next Wednesday when Aaron's on, we can talk about the Bitcoin OS, the thing I've been screaming, like, how does this bring liquidity? And then how Charles kind of came out and now they're backtracking. I mean, it's kind of old news, but it would be good to get Aaron's technical perspective on the situation.
Yes.
Yeah. That sounds like fun. I'll look forward to it. Hopefully I'm not still sick by then. So
right.
I'll save my comments for that till then. But man, there's so many things. And if you happen to watch the interview between now and then, or parts of it, it's he has some ideas that I want to know what you think about him. He's a very charismatic person, powerful personality. Had a lot of fun. It was a great interview, though. But everybody, thank you for joining, liking, subscribing, and sharing. And we'll see you next time on the next one. Tomorrow. Every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Easy. There we go. And I think that I'm going to put my interview with Palm Economy out on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then I will have our interview with Midnight next Saturday. So there we go. All right. We'll see you guys. Peace.